Hi, welcome back. Well, nothing much to update with regards to the markets except for the fact that there are a couple of these sugar stocks which are declining. So we have Bajaj Hindustan, which is sluggish in today's trading session. That one's down around 3% and there's some amount of profit booking which is coming into a lot of these pharmaceutical counters that were up and away on Friday's trading session. So we have Glenmark, which is down around 0.5%. Natco Pharma, also on the back of some news, that stock is down around 1.4%. And Elder Pharmaceuticals, that saw a strong run on Friday, is seeing some amount of profit booking, so that too is down around 2%. But besides that, it's also a couple of these gainers that from the banking space or the mid-cap banking space which are gaining. So surprise, surprise, it's United Bank of India which is notching up a gain of 6% at this point in time. Don't know what's keeping that stock alive today, but that stock should be on your radar. And even something like a Union Bank and Indian Bank are spiking up, so both the stocks are quite active on the upside. But let's get talking on the personal finance space. Hemant Rustagi of Wise Invest Advisors joins in. And first up, we have a caller, Divyakant Desai, calls in from Gujarat. Divyakant?
Yeah, madam, I want to know about the UTI ULIP fund. I have invested in this year. It is beneficial or not, I have to ask.
Okay. Hemant, over to you.
Well, you know, ULIPs are essentially investment cum insurance product. I mean, he said whether it's beneficial for him or not, obviously it depends on what his requirements are and what he's going to get from this particular plan. Let me explain that this is strictly a little different from, the usual ULIPs that you get from insurance companies. I mean, in this case, the minimum and the maximum, target amount is 15,000 and 15 lakh. There are two plans, there is 10 year and 15 years. And there are two options for even the insurance cover. One is a declining insurance cover, wherein the target is equal to the unpaid but not due amount of target. And then there is a fixed insurance cover which is equal to the target amount. So I think what he really needs to see whether the 15 lakh cover that he gets from UTI ULIP is sufficient for him. In my view, generally, for someone who has an annual income of, let's say, around 2 to 3 lakh, this is not going to be sufficient. So first thing he needs to see that. Even in terms of insurance investment options, this is essentially a debt-oriented hybrid fund, wherein, the maximum exposure to equity is 40%. So when you invest for a time horizon of 10 to 15 years, a well-diversified equity fund, if you invest through SIP, can give you much better returns. So in my view, I think if he goes for a term plan, wherein he can get adequate risk cover, and then if you invest through SIP in well-diversified equity funds, especially the funds that have consistently performing track record like ICICI Focus Blue Chip or IDFC Premier Equity and HDFC Equity, I think a combination of these two would be a better option. So I think it's important for every investor, including him, to see what your requirements are and the product that you're investing in, whether it fulfills those requirements or not.
Okay, our next caller is Deepak Garg. Let's go across to him. Deepak?
Hello.
Hi, Deepak. We can hear you. Could you tell us your question?
Yeah. Actually, I have a term plan of around 10 lakhs.
Okay.
So I just asked you, what would the amount of term plan is sufficient for me? My age is 25 now. And my annual income is 7.20 lakhs per annum. I'm a salaried person.
Okay. Hemant, what should be the total corpus that he will require, and therefore if he invests in a term plan, what should be roughly the amount that he needs to be putting in?
Well, I think clearly, as I mentioned earlier, the objective of an insurance should be to have pure risk cover. For that, obviously, a term plan is the best option. Now, there is a thumb rule which basically says that, insurance cover should be 10 times of your annual income. So in this case, if his annual income is around 7 lakhs, his insurance cover should be around 70-75 lakhs. Of course, he also needs to look at if there are other liabilities that he has, that also needs to be taken care of. So broadly speaking, like I said, if you apply the thumb rule, he would require a term plan of at least 75 lakhs. But I think apart from that, this is only the risk cover. Even from the investment point of view, I think it's time, because he's young, he should start looking at, beginning his investment process, because by having a term plan, you're only taking care of your risk management. You also need to build corpus for your different goals that you may have over short term, medium term and long term. And that will help him in terms of looking at what kind of asset allocation he can have. So I think if he does both simultaneously, I think that will be really good, because then as he goes along, he will have different goals to be met. he will have enough money for all those goals and enough for his retirement, and also he would have taken care of his risk management. Another thing I want to add here is that as his income level go up, he should realign his risk cover also. It should not be that he takes insurance policy of 75 lakh and then he doesn't change that for the next 10 years. So I think you need to realign according to changes in your income.
Okay. Fair enough. Thanks, Hemant, for joining in and taking us through our personal finance corner today. Let's